now we're live. So, I know there's nobody watching live right now, but if you're seeing this in the future, welcome in. To Kerbal Space Program on PS5. And I know it's not in the playlist yet. Sometimes I don't know, but this time I know. Like, I know that it's not in the playlist. So, you guys didn't get to see me launch the Getsuga Tencho, the Piercer of Heaven. Look at that big, beautiful brat. And we're gonna try to ferry these passengers on a trip to the moon. It has not been successful so far, but that's not the point. It's not the point at all. So if you check the playlist down below, because again, I know it's not there right this second as of as of this live, but I don't know when you're gonna watch this live. It could be there right now. What is this at? Yeah, it's 110. We're fine. Just had to check our periapsis. I'm happy that I know these words now, periapsis and apoapsis. But what was I saying again? Oh yeah, I know it's not there right now. But if you check the playlist out, maybe in the future, come on. Maybe we should try to go to Mimnis? Is that what that is? Mimnis? Mimnis? Maybe at some point. Come on. We're going to add a maneuver to get our navigational system. Man, I go live and I can't think of words. Dooby-doo, boop, boo, boo, boo. Let's see something here. Focus view. And then we do this and hit it again. I'm trying. Right now I'm just playing with this a little bit. Because I want to see if we can do this a different way, a little bit more efficiently. And that gets us within 40, that gets us within 50 meters. I like that. And we got 26 minutes until we reach the burn window. So, we're gonna go ahead and time warp to here. I hope everyone's having a great day whenever you might be watching this. It's a hot one here in Michigan. It's been rather toasty. Well, actually, it's been really frickin' steamy. That wasn't a bad maneuver. We could have got a little closer. But the Getsuga is the first craft we've ever made that's multi-purpose. Not only does it ferry passengers quite effectively, but it also has a whole bunch of science on board. So let's go take a closer look at the Getsuga. This is stage 2. So the cool thing about this is that stage 1, my SRBs are powerful enough to get it completely into orbit without the help of stage 2. This is a liquid fuel booster. And you can see, even with all the extra weight of the passengers, the science, the communication equipment, everything we have on it, I still have 1767 meters per second left. Plus, we have an additional 1140 in the next stage, which, in all honesty, we could potentially change out these liquid boosters for some of these big baddies. Maybe like 2 big baddies. But I think that's just a little overkill. So we're going to return to this view as we come up on our window. We'll get it within like 20 seconds. There we go. She does not currently handle very well. She's a slow turner. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, burn. We can see the apoaxis and the periapsis doing their flipperoonie. Alright. Let's see how we did. Whoops, come on, you jackwagon. I keep fucking pushing wrong buttons. So, we can flip to retrograde. We have plenty of Delta V left, because even if we get rid of the stage, we should be relatively okay. And you can see how slow we turn right now. Which is okay. She's got some booty behind her. So now what we're going to do is we're going to hit this. And I mean, she would handle a little bit better if I turned the RCS on. But we don't do that here. It's not having the desired effect. Maybe I didn't burn enough in prograde. Hold on, let's see. We have plenty of time. I'm not worried about doing this quickly. I'm really not too concerned about speed right now because we're not going to reach anything for like 3 days. There. So now we can get rid of this. And you know what we'll do is, because why not? We're going to do something here for the environment, for the cosmic environment. What we're going to do is we're going to go back to retrograde for just a second. You guys are going to love this because we're going to be environmentally conscious. Alright. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go here. We're already retrograde, so we're going to go ahead and stage out. And then we're going to switch back to prograde. Actually, I want to check on something real quick. First, I want to do this, because we're also going to test something here. Aim camera and open. And right here's our battery. We got plenty of battery. We're going to let that drain out a little bit. So we're just going to speed up time warp a little bit for now. Actually, you know what? We're going to get rid of time warp. We're going to put our primary solar bank. Where is it? Right there. So I want to just see. Yeah, we should be way good. We can do that. That should expose quite a few panels. Ah, I never put the ladders back on. Oopsie daisy. I had ladders going up here at one point, and I forgot to put them back on. That's okay. Alright, so let's see where we're sitting on this. Oh, yeah, we got a ways. So... I'm nervous about time warping, because when you guys if you end up watching any of the playlists down below, you'll see I flubbed up. I had a really good run going with the first try on this, and I accidentally time warped and slungshot myself back to Kerbin. So I'm a little nervous about, you know... Alright, hold up. Let's see what kind of sunlight we got. Absolutely none, so it doesn't matter. Okay, just making sure. There we go. And now the moon should catch us. I'll dial back that time warp just a tiny incy bitsy bit. And now... Hey, welcome in if you're jumping in for the very first time. Thank you, thank you. Alright. So now, I don't know if I need to go prograde or retrograde. So since we're falling to the moon, I imagine it would be retrograde. And we have plenty of fuel to try. Alright, so... Alright, so... Let's do this. And we'll zoom in. And we're just gonna... Nope. We gotta go prograde. Prograde, 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 prograde. Or do we want to go retrograde? Because if we can bring this up to here, I don't know. Let's see what happens if we go prograde. About a week, maybe 2 weeks. I've got about 40 hours-ish in. It's my very first time playing, man. We are learning by doing. Prograde may not be the key here. Yeah, we gotta go, I think, retrograde. I'm not too worried about fuel. I've been able to do a couple of flybys, but I have not landed. I've gotten into orbit. So... I shouldn't be too cooked. I got plenty of fuel to goof off with this a little bit. We got lots and lots of fuel. But I could be mistaken. No, we're doing all right. Look at that. Oh, shit. Maybe you're right. You could be right. Oh, yeah. Should be okay. Right now I'm just trying to get these tourists in orbit around the moon. The mun. Yeah, see? We're alright. We're alright. It's not so bad. Yeah, no, I'm a complete beginner at all this. I'm learning just by making mistakes. Alright. So let's see. Wait. First of all, I need this. But now we'll go prograde this time. Actually, you know what I can do? So we'll try and utilize the... Well, come on, you jackwagon. I imagine this is far easier on mouse and keyboard. Far, far easier. So what happens if I go prograde? Yeah, see? Prograde's where it's at. That gets us pretty close, I think. That's pretty close. And then if we wait and do a retro burn, it should tighten it around. And it's a 25-second burn, though. So what happens if I move this around? Does it change burn time? Well, we don't want to do that. So where does that put us at? That's a little close for comfort. That 10,000's pretty good, I think. If you look at the orbital speed, it's already kinda actually... I don't think you have enough to land and get back. If you're not just going to orbit, you should be fine. Oh, yeah, no, we're not landing. So, hold on. I can show you real quick. We got plenty of time. So, this is my little hodgepodge that I've put together. Is that... There. Come on. And... So, we got some liquid fuel engines. We got Science Junior, so we can try and collect some science on this trip. We got a full crew plus we got 4 tourists. So the tourists just want to orbit, and so that's all we're going to try and do. And then in here, we have some mystery goo, temperature, or thermometer. I said temperature. Hold on. This is so annoying. Hold on. Right here. So in this bay, we got the battery, which she's doing pretty good. I kind of went overkill on all of the Come on, you jackass. I'm still learning buttons, guys. I'm so sorry. Alright, so we have the battery, we have mystery goos. I don't think I needed 2 of them, though. But I was worried about balance. I don't know how the balancing works on everything yet. I just realized that it didn't save when I put my communications equipment in here, but I guess that's fine. Yep, we're going to do a prograde burn. Where's my thingy? There it is. But yeah, that's all we have is we have some drag chutes. We have the 3 primary radial chutes. I'm not sure if this is going to survive, because last time I tried this, I ran into a problem where my center of mass is up here. So during re-entry, the entire capsule flipped over, and the parachutes didn't want to deploy in that position. So what I'm hoping is that once we get in orbit around the moon, we'll complete the contract, and I'm hoping that I have just enough fuel to burn to get back to Kerbal. And then what I'm going to try is leaving the booster attached during the first stage of re-entry, burn whatever fuel we have left to slow us down, and then I'm hoping to get below 30,000 meters before I have to stage out the booster. I have a small heat shield here. The next build I do, the next modification I'm going to do is I'm going to put the Science Junior somewhere else, or maybe, I don't know, maybe get rid of the Science Junior for this, because I just unlocked a heat shield that'll fit this entire thing. So as long as my center of mass is low enough to where the entire build doesn't flip around on re-entry, I should be okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and fast forward a little bit. Slow her down, slow down, slow down. Okay, speed up. Alright, hold on. I want to use this time to reach the chat. I'm not sure if console has extended burn indicator or not, but it will basically tell you exactly what to burn for your maneuvers. You should burn at T-minus 13 seconds. Alright, T-minus 13 seconds. Hold on. Real quick while you're here. Preset. Analog and disabled. Temperature gauge is enabled. Advanced tweakables enabled. Trim enabled. Yeah, I don't see. What did you call it? Extended burn indicator. Extended burn indicator. I did not see it. Yeah, the console version, once I end up getting a new PC, it's going to be a whole different ballgame, because I'm excited to play some mods. And it is on easy mode, because Yeah, still learning. It would be your main menu settings. You don't have to enable it right now. Okay. All right. Where am I at with this? So you said 13 seconds. So let's get a little closer. 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, 1 minute, 50 seconds. All right. Let's do this. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, wait. We want to... Hold on. I've made this mistake before. This button. All right, so I can see that. 13 seconds, right? Dial it down. Off. Okay. So... Where's my apps? Hey, that's a little steep. Almost. Not quite. Alright, now, if I do this, add maneuver, then dial this way back. So now if I do, let's dial that back up a little bit so we can see. Actually, any orbit will work for the contract, so we're gonna save a little bit of that delta V. So we have a little over half. Basically, you want to burn at the halfway mark of your maneuvers, so if you burn 20 seconds... Huh. Alright, good tip, dude. Thanks. I did not know that one. Alright. So for a 20-second burn, we want to burn at the 10-second mark. So what we're going to do is warp. This is the time warp again. Oh, wait. I think for this we need to be retrograde. Because the blue little indicator on the Navi ball says over here. And because I gotta. Alright. Alright, guys. Hold your breath. We got mission control. We got Barney the God. I like it. We got Barney on comms guiding us through. We don't have audio comms. So mission control is giving us instructions strictly through text. And there is a time delay because, we're super far out. So there's a substantial time delay in communications. And, of course, because somebody forgot to install the communications antenna. Apollo. Wasn't me, I swear. Alright, so 10 minutes. Let's do some time warping. Alright. If we get this though, some of you guys are gonna have to like the video for me. If we do that, wait, that's 2 minutes. We'll get it in 1 minute to give it time to reorient the nose the right direction. Alright, alright. Alright, here we go. We got to do it at the 10-second mark. Commander Barney, we are go for maneuver. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Come on, baby. All right, that's an orbit. Pop the champagne, woohoo! All right, let's let these dudes orbit for a minute. We can get rid of the navigational assist. Come on, orbit faster. I think we only have to really do like 1 orbit to satisfy the mission. So if you burn time is 20 seconds, you want to do it at T-10. Okay. I think I did that pretty good. Was that what you were talking about? Like how I did that? Wait for 10 seconds and then burn it until -20? Or plus 20, I mean. Because T-, it's time until, so. Alright, we need to check on our battery, I think. I don't know if the battery's good. So, we come in here. We come... where are the doors at? Where are the doors? I thought they were right here. Oh, I can't do it in time warp, maybe? Ah, can't do it in time warp. Alright, so how's the battery doing? Oh, she's staying full charged. I think I went a little overkill on the solar panels. But that's okay, because if this works out, then we'll use this basic design for the next mission 2. So... now, if I'm orbiting this way, my periapsis is here, right? Oh, that's the apoapsis. Okay, okay. So the apoapsis is up there. The periapsis is here. I think what we'll do is we'll orbit all the way around until we hit the periapsis. We'll do our science and see if we get any science from the moon while we're on the low pass. Then we'll do another swing around to the apoapsis. And then we will maneuver our way back into an orbit around Kerbal. We'll make our periapsis, because we learned this is the periapsis, the lowest point of an orbital trajectory. we'll take the periapsis and we'll see if we can't get it within 10,000 meters of the surface of Kerbin. That'll ensure that the engine stage burns up and probably impacts, hopefully in the ocean somewhere. I mean, there's really no cities to worry about. So you might have to do something called aerobraking. Aerobraking means making your return. Oh, here, let's see if I can do this. All right, you don't have a lot of delta V to get back, so you might have to do something called aerobraking. Aerobraking means making your return maneuver go inside of the atmosphere to slow you down. Yep, I was just talking about that, Barney. You're teaching me well. You don't even have to say it. But I think what I'm going to do is try to make the return trip where the periapsis goes to about 10,000 meters above the surface of Kerbin. And that should make it to where the aerobrake, the friction of the atmosphere slows us down enough for the drag chutes to deploy. I cannot remember for the life of me how fast we need to be, or how slow, rather, we need to be going for the drag chutes to safely deploy and drag us down. So, let's go ahead and time warp. This is the time warp again. This is the time warp again. And you know what? We're going to use this time productively. I want to see something. So, would it be better to put our return maneuver on the periapsis or the apoapsis? Because don't we want to accelerate through here? So, I think we accelerate here. That raises our periapsis out here, which puts us... Let's try it. Come on. Add maneuver. Alright, so what happens if we go a ton of prograde? Oh, that's not a good... I mean, it's only a 4-second burn, though. But that's not bueno. That's not bonita. I mean, that's what we want. It's happening. But that's 320 meters per second, and we don't have the budget for that. So what happens if I move this? No. What happens if we move it the other way? Hold on. Do it. You're at periapsis. And burn prograde. Do it at the periapsis. Okay, so let's get rid of this. And go here to the periapsis. Hello, Mr. Periapsis. You know, if I was going to be a supervillain, I think that periapsis would have to be... I think I need to turn that down a little bit. Periapsis would have to be either apoapsis... No, I don't know, because I like Apollo. That's always been my gamer tag. So if I was a supervillain, apoapsis might be my supervillain name. Oh wow, that's way more delta V. Yeah, And burn prograde. That's prograde, right? Because I think that's retrograde. Put that back at the apsis. That's more budget than we have. Hold on, so what's the green line? Huh. Try moving the maneuver parallel to Kerbal. Oh, okay. Oh wait, no. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so let's. Shave off a little bit of time. Whoops, wrong way. Come on. I need to shave off quite a bit of time. So that's 259, and we have 294, which does not leave room for mistakes. Which is okay. We won't make any mistakes, right? Alright, let's go over here. Zoom right in, so that is far too high. Far too high. Alright, but you need to shave off. Make sure the maneuver periapsis is below 70,000 meters. Yeah, we need to make it. So, what he's saying, if anybody else is still watching, because it says there's 5 people watching. I know you guys can't see, but I have a little window here. But this needs to be down here, is basically what we're talking about. What are we at? That's still too high, but I need to... Oh, just a little tiny bit more. Ooh. Can I fix it like this? We need... So we can't have anything more than that. So can we fix this like this? This is driving me nuts. I gotta... What's that at? We may not have the fuel for this, truthfully. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have the Delta V for it. Huh. Let's see, what can we do to troubleshoot this? What can we do? Can I change this out at all? Alright, hold on. We need to... Let's see if we can't just add maneuver. Alright. We only have 294 meters per second worth to play with. Wait, what was that last one? No, okay. So we have 12 seconds exactly. So what happens if we go like this? What's that at? Make sure your maneuver periapsis is okay. You know, I hate to say it, but I might have to launch a rescue rocket. Can tourists spacewalk? That's a really good question. Because that's still significantly too high. So, we have to figure something out. Yeah, we're probably going to have to do a rescue. Which is going to be fun, because I haven't done that yet. The good news is the Kerbans have plenty of food and power. Can the tourists spacewalk? Can that happen? I need buttons everywhere. Let's do this. Buttons everywhere. They can, can't they? Hold on, let's see. You may not disembark from the vessel. Oh shit, so how do I get the tourists back? They don't have a docking port. What if, now hear me out, I take another vessel, I get this into high Kerbal orbit, I take another vessel with 2 docking ports, right? And then we use our engineer to move one of the docking ports to this vessel to transfer the tourists to the rescue vessel. Oh, got it. Well, shit. Fabio, thanks for dropping in. I flubbed up. I used up way more fuel to get here than I really thought I would. But I made it. That was the key, is I made it. Alright, now. Since we're here anyway, might as well. Might as well. Nope, no science for crew report. Alright, so now All right. Come on. Oh, I can't do it. All right, hold on. What if... You guys gonna have to bear with me a little bit because I'm still... Whoops. Come on. Alright, so I should be close enough. Can I turn my light on? I don't know how to do that. So, we collect data. And then, just because I can, we're going to restore. We're going to collect the data. Am I close enough to take the data here? Yes. Take data. Alright. Why is it not taking data? Take data. All items stored. Okay. I guess that's it then. Alright. I think that's it anyway. Just nice and easy. Grab. Haha, we did it, board. Oh wait, cancel. Grab. And store experiments. Well, I got what I could get. Close. Alright. Yo, thanks everybody dropping in. He needs like 320 and he only has 280. Yeah, I messed up. I'm still trying to figure out, you guys. I've only got like maybe 45 hours into KSP. I'm playing here on the PS5, so it's the console edition with no mods. I'm still learning how to do like fuel management. I don't even 100% know exactly how to launch a rescue mission. I've never tried docking anything before. So let's just go ahead and get rid of this for now. I'm not sure how to get the tourists safely on board. The crew members. I'm pretty, and we can't revert flight, so that's okay. What? Whoops. Flight status. So I didn't get none of the science for doing the other stuff? Oh, that's sad. Alright, so what we'll do, we'll go to the Space Center. Oh man. Yo, Soul, thanks for dropping in, homie. We are in the middle of a catastrophe. Well, it's not a catastrophe yet, it's just a sort of a minor inconvenience. The good news is I have plenty of money. So, open craft. So since you guys are here, this is the very first one that I did. Well, not the super, like, you know, you get the little starter pod, but I did that one. And then the Mark II. This one did quite a few taking the tourists to a suborbital flight path. And then this is the Mark 202, because then I could take more tourists on the suborbital flight path. And then the 203, which was a complete failure in every possible way. I should probably delete it, but it's kind of fun to look at. And then the Mark III. Oh, that was just something I was playing with. That doesn't even matter. We can actually delete the Mark III. The Mark IV. I don't even remember why I built this. I think I had to test this heat shield in here, which is why I ended up building that. Let's see. The Mark V was the same as the Mark II, just science instead of crew cabins. Open craft. Then there's the Mark 505, which, again, I didn't know how to strut, so kind of a catastrophic failure on this one. It exploded. The 505. Let's see. And then this is the original Getsuga, the Piercer of Heaven. So, the question I have is, should I modify this? Because I can take the science off and make it significantly lighter. Or I can change out these small fuel tanks for much larger fuel tanks. Or, hold on. I need to see something here, by the way. So maybe that could be some of the problem I'm having. Let's see something here. So if I stab that on there, and then take another set, and stab them right there, that does fix the problem I've been having with launch stability. And if I put a probe core in the materials bay, I could launch it with no crew. I could potentially launch it with no crew. Oh my goodness, this is super annoying. There we go. Now I can work a little bit. Now, the other thing I don't know is if I just throw, if I strip this down, like here, we'll take that out. Command is the next step in unmanned orbital space flight. So if I take this bad boy and stick it here, and if I take I take... If I take the module off... Wait. What if I strip the command module off, strip the crew cabin off, strip the Science Junior off, and I send just the probe core with 2 docking ports attached, one attached to the fuel tanks, right? Hear me out. And one attached, like, up here. Could I then use my engineer that's already around the moon to move one of the docking ports to the other Getsuga that's stuck and transfer all the fuel that would be left over from this one into that one? Is that a possibility? The parachute, you talk about this? These? I had a problem with hitting the ground or hitting the atmosphere too hard. So we had 3 drag chutes and 3 radial chutes, but I didn't know I had this one. So I could literally do that and fix it. I didn't have this available when I built this. So that's why that looked so weird. So to place on the ship, getting rescued, it has to already have a dock. Oh, shit. Yeah. And the other one doesn't have a docking port. So... and we can't do EVA with tourists. Well, I'm in a pretty good pickle here. I have never docked before, so you could try it. Do I have any other options? Because the problem I'm having is I don't exactly have a way. I can get the crew back. That's pretty easy. But I don't actually have a way to get the tourists back. Or hear me out. What if I use the Delta V that I have left in the stranded craft to get it into an orbit around Kerbal? I strip this down into the most basic thing I can make with the probe core as the pilot. And then I use the fuel that I have left after getting into a similar orbit, and I slow it down. Like bumper to bumper, right? Mark II parts? I'm not sure. Mark II parts for what? Well, Mark II parts. What are Mark II parts? Hold on. Maybe if I do this, it'll help you guys. Well, we're not going to save that. We were just spitballing ideas for that. So, whoops. This is everything that I have so far. And the whole point of this trip that I was making was I was hoping to get a bunch more science. Yo, what's up, user 3263624, if my dyslexic ass could read. So, I was gathering science. Oh my goodness. And I decided to try to boost up my money a little bit by doing this contract, which is all completed as long as I get them back. Ah, dude, I'm great. So we have the situation that we have is that my silly self stranded my crew aboard the Getsuga Tensho, the new rocket that I built, and instead of just doing some thorough testing and a little bit of stuff, I was like, hey, let's go to the moon and get some science and some money. So I sent these guys to the moon, and the problem now remains that I need about 320 meters per second worth of delta V to return to Kerbin effectively. And I only have about 284. So we are falling short on our fuel requirements. And now we have the Master Brain Trust, the Legion of Doom. We're trying to spitball ideas on how to launch a rescue mission, because this is my first time playing this game completely. I have no clue what will work and what won't. So I was thinking of launching another Getsuga, a stripped-down version, with a probe as the command module. Hey, Star Striker. I like that name. You are perfect. Alright, Soul, I appreciate it, man. Thanks for dropping in. I will try and let you know. Drop back in sometime, and I'll post an update on if we figure something out. I mean, we're gonna figure something out. I just don't exactly know what yet. But the idea that I had was to strip down a version, the same version of the ship, without the crew cabins, without the Science Junior, and transfer the crew from the failed ship to the new ship and just get them back to Kerbin, and I can deal with the space debris later at a different time. The problem is I cannot EVA the tourists. So the tourists can't just jump over. I can save the crew, but I can't save the tourists. So we do have an engineer on board with Mr. Bob Kerman. So I was thinking maybe if I launch another ship with 2 docking ports, we can EVA with Bob, grab up one of the extra docking ports, and transfer it over to this ship. And then at that point, we could just transfer the fuel from ship B into ship A. Because if we had a full tank of fuel, even a half a tank of fuel, we would have plenty of delta V to correct the problem. Oh, it's all good, it's all good. It's also one of my first times playing KSP, and I can barely figure out how to get into Kerbin orbit. Maybe use a docking port to transfer... Yeah, that's the thing. Is someone saying that they're not sure if I can put a docking port on this. But if you stick around for just a minute, you'll see us get into orbit. So I think it's time to stop talking about it. And it's time to try something. So, I'll show you. I know how to get into Kerbin orbit super easy. I dare say I've almost mastered it. I won't say that I have mastered it, but I can do it effectively. I'm sure, 100% sure, 1,000% sure, a million jillion percent sure that there's more efficient ways. So we'll open up the Getsuga Mark 1. No, we need, well, yeah. No, I want the Mark 2. I want the Mark 2. So, the Mark 2. So, what we need to do is we're going to take these completely off. And we're going to, whoa. We don't need this. Oh, actually, we kind of did. Take a probe core. We'll take a probe core. Ah, you sumbitch. Take a probe core. Oh, you're gonna do this to me. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my. You know what? I screwed up. Alright? Don't save. Alright, so what we're gonna do is take the Getsuga. And... Alright, well... Yeah, bro, it took me over 100 hours to get to orbit. Those were not my best moments. Now I have to go into orbit a lot, but my orbits are so uneven. Yes, we play on PS5, and it's been interesting getting used to it. Where... What the shit is happening now? Why? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is starting to upset me. Yeah, the PS5 is extremely finicky. The controls are an added challenge. Alright, so... Now, we'll take it and lower it down, because the lower stages are okay. We can fix what's wrong with the lower stages later. We're going to get rid of that nose cone completely. We'll get rid of everything below this. We'll get rid of... Excuse me, I'm so sorry. We'll get rid of the crew cabins. We'll keep this for now, because we can put a probe core in there, but we can get rid of that. We'll put a probe core in. We'll put that in there just to keep it out of the way. Keep it a little bit more streamlined. So, rescue mission. Alright, so with a probe core, does that mean I can get rid of the command module now? It does not. I thought the probe core would allow us to get rid of the command module, but that is not the case. So what good is this thing? Receive and relay control. It also provides automatic stabilization assistance, just as the pilot would. So it still has to have a command module? You can root any part. What do you mean, root any part? What does that mean? So, I was just telling everybody, in case you missed it, we don't really need a parachute, but the aerodynamics needs to be a little bit better for launch. Here. There. Because this whole thing is likely going to be trashed. So, now how do we do the docking ports? Wait a minute. What if we take this off and put a docking port? Like so. So then I should be able to transfer fuel from here to here. And then what we'll also do is maybe just throw a random docking port here. Yeah, the PlayStation version is not ideal. It's fun. I'll throw that docking port there for now. Wait, can I? There. And then it's a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong. I'm having a blast playing this game. No. But if you have the option to play on PC, yeah, you go with that option. There, that should protect the docking ports. Now, before I get too far into this, what we're gonna do is put that way up here. So that way we can jettison the nose cone off. What is this one? Oh, okay, that's this. Do I really need that, though? Individual parts. It's on the right side of the screen. Move. Are you talking about this one? Reroute. So what does this do? Select a set of 2 or more parts to reroute. PC Mastery, but anyone willing to play this and learn how to play it has my... Oh, dude, salute you back, bro. Salute you back. This game, I love this game. It's a challenge to play on PlayStation, yes. But it's so freaking worth it. Alright, so help me understand what the reroute does. Oh. Select a part to place. Oh. Oh, I see, said the blind man to the deaf dog. Alright, so, since you're here, Frabro, it's like a piece of a really good pie, actually. I have a question for you, since you know a little bit more. if right now, so right now, if I take this, I have a core in here. What do you call it? A friggity frack. I forgot what you call it. A probe core. So if I go up here, I put a probe core in it. Does that mean that I can fly this rocket without a pilot? Or does it still need a pilot? And then the second question I have is I put 2 docking ports under this nose cone. If I have, hypothetically speaking, not that I do, but hypothetically speaking, if I have 4 tourists and 3 astronauts stuck in space that need fuel, could I have, per se, one of the Kerbonauts might be an engineer? If I can get this vessel close enough to them, could the engineer take the docking port, the extra docking port under here, and refit it to the other ship, so that way the 2 ships could dock and transfer fuel? Awesome, no need for the pilot. That's what we needed. And then the third question is do I need to worry about putting radio antennas on this bad boy? Is that something that I just don't need to worry about at the moment? If it's being remote controlled, should I be concerned about it? Always. Okay. So put it here. Why not? It's a nice safe spot for leaving the atmosphere. And I'm not planning on this rescue vessel coming back at all. So Valentina, you're going to stay here because we cannot afford to lose another pilot. All right, so we have a battery, probe core, and control wheel. We're not going to put science on here. Auto strut. Alright, so the auto strut's on. Oh, come on. Oh my goodness, PlayStation. I would love to defend you right now, but you're not making it easy to do so. We need to move that center of mass back up. Come on, PlayStation. You're making me look stupid in front of the wizards. There. So let's double check that center of mass now. That's a little bit better. Without the command module, is there a probe core? I do believe there is no need for a pilot. Without the command module, or with it, it's called you don't have any communication. Okay, got it. Alright, so we should be good, right? If this works. Big if. Huge if. Actually, we should do a thing real quick. We're gonna call it the Mark III. For for emergency use only. All right. I need to double check my staging. Alright, so stage 1, SRBs. Why is the whole thing highlighted? There we go. Stage 1, SRBs. Stage 2, little red things whose name... Stabilizers, thank you, stabilizers. Stage 3, parachutes on the SRBs. I don't know if that helps at all. I really don't. I'm hoping that that'll make it cheaper, because then we may be able to retrieve them, right? Basically, yeah. It's basically the same exact ship. All we did was stripped off the crew cabins, the science modules, the goo, all the experiments. We stripped everything down that's already on the other one. Basically, what I'm trying to do is, I know for a fact, because when I test ran this without the crew, or the extra crew quarters, man. When I test ran this without the crew quarters, I made it all the way to the moon and back and orbiting it no problem. Once I added the tourist cabin, we ran significantly lower on Delta V. So in the first test run, I made it to orbit before I even dropped my 4 quad-core SRBs. And I circularized my orbit with 65% of my main core still available. The main core took me all the way to the moon before I had to jettison it, and I was able to circularize my orbit around the moon using my, what do you call it? Hold on. My swivel engine, yes. So I have a swivel engine underneath these liquid tanks right here. And the swivel engine was able to circularize my orbit around the moon and get me back to Kerbal. And I had about 25 to 30% of my total fuel left in these two. So I'm thinking, without all the added weight of everything else, this should get to the moon no problem. I don't know how the hell I was still in Discord. I left that Discord a while ago. Yeah, Mark III are heavy parts. Yeah, it was a lesson that I learned the hard way. I learned it the hard way. But wait, I gotta. So stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, decouplers, stage 5. Where's my decoupler? Where's my decoupler? Oh, there it is. I see it. So, okay, decoupler staged. And then rocket. And then where's that decoupler at? Okay, so yeah. And honestly, I could probably get rid of this decoupler. Truthfully. But I think we are ready. My staging is wrong? What's the... hold on. What we'll do, we'll go... Delta. Which one is the engineer's report? Delta. Oops. Alright, so hold on. I'm not sure how to show you what you're looking for. Push the show all. Oh, show all. Alright. Yeah, this is all gibberish to me right now, by the way. I don't know. I'm still really basic with it. Like, I've gotten to the moon without math, and to me that's pretty impressive. I mean, I put a whole bunch of rockets together and I light them off until they make it. At 7K Delta V is a bit much. Is that bad? I mean, I had 7K with the other one and I squandered it, I guess. I do need... Oh, 7K right here. This is what you're looking at, right? Get rid of that. So, I should be able to make it no problem. You know what? Let's learn by doing. And fire. And begin our rotation. The chutes for stage 7 are on the SRBs. They're the drag chutes on the SRBs. And the reason they're there is because I had a problem in early test stages of the last ship I built called the Long Pig, where the SRBs would nose inwards and blow up the stage 2. Alright, let's begin our 90 degree. Come on, 90 degrees. 90 degrees. Oh man, I'm sure this is easier on mouse and keyboard. All right. I hit the X button too soon. That was my bad. But I could probably get rid of the drag chutes, honestly, because I think with these rocket boosters, I get too high for them to be used. In the last design that I did with the Long Pig, the drag chutes would deploy and drag the SRBs away from the main fuselage, but they ran out, you know, below 5,000 feet or meters. So like they'd be running out somewhere here in, you know, about 5,000 to 7,000 meters. so the drag chutes would actually be useful. All right. Now, so in order to get to orbit, you want the periapsis to not be negative. So the periapsis is the other side. So this is the apoaxis. The periaxis is down here, which means that it's negative. It's below the surface of the planet. So you're going to go up, and then you're going to come down. So what you do is I'm going 1,100 meters per second. And when I get to the apoapsis, I'm going to do a burn. And I'm going to try to keep that burn somewhere. This is a really slow monster. I have tons of fuel. Somewhere in about here. Right around... Oh, too far. Too far. Too far! Go back! So I want to try to keep 90 degrees for the heading, the HDG right here. So for the moon, I know the moon... Hold on, I can show you. Oh, whoa. No, I'm pushing wrong buttons. So the moon is if you zoom out and you line it up to where you can't see that white line no more, you'll see that the moon is almost it's exactly 90 degrees from the Kerbal orbit. So by keeping that heading of 90 degrees, your orbital path will interact with the moon. You don't have to do a correction burn later. So what we're going to do is when we get close to that apoaxis, we're going to do another burn. No. We're going to do another burn at near 10 degrees or just below 10 degrees. So what I look at when I'm doing this is this right here. I want to start the burn between 30 and 15 seconds to the apoaxis. I think is a good way to do it. Three boosters should be enough. No keyboard could fix that. He said no keyboard can fix that. I like that. No keyboard can save you. So now I'm watching this number, and I'm going to burn until that number is close to this number. And you're going to see as your orbit starts to come out from around the planet. So what I'll do is I'll do this. And by no means am I trying to tell you this is the best, most efficient way to do this. This is just what I figured out. I've been playing for about 40, 45 hours total. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I always make orbit first, then intercept the moon. Yep. But correct me if I'm wrong. But the Kerbal atmosphere is at 70K, I think. So as long as your periapsis is above that 70K, you shouldn't get any atmospheric drag. You're not going to re-enter the atmosphere. And if you want a perfect orbit, or, you know, a better orbit, then you want those numbers to match. I think if they match, it's a perfectly circular orbit. If, well, I don't know about perfectly circular, but you can raise that up. So basically, you're falling right now. We're falling. And if you want this side to come out, then you want to do your burn over here. If you want this side to go out, then you're going to do your burn down here. So you're going to stretch your orbit the opposite side that you're burning if you're looking the direction that you're traveling, which is called prograde. If you switch to retrograde, you're going to pull that line back down. Yep, atmosphere 70K. I thought so, but I have a bad thing where I forget numbers pretty easy. So now to the moon. So step 1, set as target. Step 2, zoom in. So we add a maneuver node here. Go down here and click this. I don't know how to use this. I don't know much about any of this, but I do know how to use this pretty well. So on this one, this is a prograde and this is a retrograde. So if you clicky here, it's gonna start stretching that out. And this is your this gold line, this gold dotted line is your predicted path. This slider bar is increasing the percentages or the interval at which you're changing your thing. So now watch. You see how that's popping out a lot faster now? So if you want to go a really long way, you do that. But that's too far. So we'll come back here and drop that back down a little ways. And we'll stretch that out just a tiny little bit. Just a tiny little bit, And I think these blue lines mean it's an encounter. So if we come over here, focus, and then this part confused me for a long time. Once you focus, you have to go to this arrow right here to get your maneuver back. So then we can... And this is where I kind of am still learning how to use this navigation system. Okay, so see this purple line? That means at some point, we're going to pass along here. And what you want to do is you want to get this purple, this little purple thingy right here, really close, but not too close, like 10 to 20 meters, or 10 to 20,000 meters, so 10 to 20K. So what we're going to do is we're going to nope. We're going to try and... These two inner circles are changing when you start your burn. So now what I can do is once I achieve the lunar orbit, so what's going to happen is your ship's going to come through here and go ah, oh no, we're lost forever. Yeah, it's gonna shoot us way out. So it's gonna shoot us off into the wild blue yonder, which is no muy bueno. It's very bad. It's very, very bad. But what we'll do is once we complete this first burn in 11 minutes, we'll do the burn, and then on the way we'll set up another maneuver node here to circularize our orbit around the moon. But before we do that, we're going to use the rest of our fuel in this rocket to circularize and stabilize this orbit, so that way it might be easier to match. That's what I've learned so far. That's everything I know about Kerbal Space Program. And I've spent the last 45 hours like shooting rockets at the moon and trying to figure out how everything works. Like it's taken quite a bit for me to get just this far, so don't get discouraged at all. And if you ever need ideas or tips or tricks, there's a bunch of YouTubers out there that do a much better job explaining everything than I do. I mean, way better. So now, since I don't have a Kerbal on board, I can't cheat. So oh crap. I screwed up. 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 Oh, not too bad. All right. So that is going to be the order of operations as we know it. So now what I like to do to help me, we have three things that we're going to be watching. We have the blue line, which is our current path of travel. And once this gets, so 25 seconds. So can I fidget with this a little? Oh my god. I always forget on the controller. It's super finicky. Can I get that to 20? Oh, I don't need it. So now look, this is a good thing I did this. My expected path of travel, if I continue this course of action, and I burn in 8 minutes and 20 seconds, and I burn the full 25 seconds, my path of travel will take me directly into the moon. It's a collision course, and we don't want that. I want to try to get that to it. There we go, 24 seconds, but then I can move it back. So now my closest point is going to be at 22,000 meters, so 22K. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in a relatively close orbit. I'm going to try to get this as close to the moon as I can. Once I'm on the way, I'll switch over to this rocket, and I'm going to try to stabilize its orbit somewhere relatively high. So if I can get this within, let's say, 30K, I want this one at about 70K, because from what I understand, and if I'm thinking about this correctly, you want to do it at 90 degrees. Try to put the maneuver about 90 degrees to agree. So yeah, that's about 90, I think, right? Because if the moon's going to be up here, that's about 90. Is that what you're talking about right there? I'm not sure if I understand correctly, and I don't want to do it wrong. And just so you guys know too, this is the very first time I've ever tried 2 ships at once and docking or anything. So I'm expecting disaster. All right. So we have the maneuver set up. We have a really good path set up. We have a 24-second burn that's going to use 782. And I have 2,495. So if you want to know what you're going to end up with, you take this number right here and subtract this number right here. And that'll tell you what you have left in this number right here. Now, this number right here, if this rescue mission goes as planned, I'm going to transfer this number into this ship over here. That's the plan. All right, so now, how do I, there we go. So now, oh wait, I can't cheat. Oh my goodness, this is going to be difficult. So now if I gotta drag my... Normally, I can cheat at this part. And use my autopilot to do this part for me. But we don't have a pilot on this vessel to do so. So we have to do it manually. Oh, yeah, 100%. So I do my streaming and all my content creation just purely for fun. And I do it so I can meet people. Because, like, if you're playing Kerbal and you don't know how to do something, it gets frustrating. So you have 2 options, really. You can YouTube it and see what other people do. Or you can go live and meet cool people like, you guys. And you can get a lot of little hints, tips, and tricks. And the other thing it does is it gives you cool people to talk to while you're playing solo games, play with people. One of these days, I would love to get a group in Discord of everybody playing, Kerbal, for example, and just talking and BSing with each other, giving everybody, advice. I think that would be a really fun community to be a part of, because there's a lot of communities out there where you can be on the Discord and chat, stuff like that. But not many of them do, like, open Discord chats where you can goof off and talk, just BS. And certain games are extremely hard to figure out and learn by yourself. This is how far I've gotten, and I would say about 50 hours by now. So about 50 hours, for between 40 and 50 hours in Kerbal. And because people drop into the stream and talk and give pointers, I got this far. I don't think I'd be quite this far without people like you guys dropping in. So what I'm watching here now is we have a 24-second burn, and we learned from Barney that for a 24-second burn, you want to split 24 in half and do 12. So at T minus 12 seconds, we're going to begin performing that burn. So we're going to just kind of edge this speed booster up here to about right here. And I'm watching my nav ball. The yellow circle is the direction of travel. The blue thingy... Oh shit, I forgot to start the burn. I was talking. The blue thingy is the course that you laid out. No. Alright, so we finished that burn. So what I'm going to do now is go back over here to the mun. What? Whoops. Focus. That's what I was doing wrong. Now, stupid PlayStation. Alright, we got the line. So, whoops. Okay, so I'm gonna have to make some changes here. So if I come over here... Oh, RCS, that's why I can't do anything. Come on. Why won't you do stuff? What is happening here? I appreciate my Kerbals so much more now. Alright, so that's prograde. Alright. So I need to turn you all the way around. Because we burned a little too hot during that. So where's my retrograde mark? Retrograde is all the way... Well, I guess I should probably just use... Ugh. I'm having trouble controlling the ship without Kerbals on board. Old Jeb does more work than I give him credit for. Yeah, that's what we were just talking about is for a 24-second burn, you start at T minus 12 seconds and then burn it down to 0. Alright, let's see. Yeah, no, that's not right. We don't want to do that. Alright. It's cool. What we're gonna do, whoops, not that, is I need retrograde. Because I'm not trying to collide with the moon. So if prograde is here, retrograde should be along the same axis on the opposite side. Right there's retrograde. Okay. So alright, so now what are we at? That's better. Alright. Now I can get rid of this. So, my goodness. Holy giblets. Now what we have is we have the moon, or the moon, I know it's moon, but moon, we have the moon orbiting like this. Okay? So what we did is we took our orbit from this down here, and we blasted ourselves up here. Now the moon is going to keep traveling at the same rate. So by the time we reach this point right here, the moon will be right here. And then we're just going to fall at the moon. Now, in a perfect world, what's going to happen is the moon's going to catch us here. We're going to fall down here along this trajectory. And when we get here, we're going to do this. So watch this. We're going to add a maneuver. And we're going to burn retrograde. And see how that takes our projected path all the way around. And you know what? We should probably... Whoops, that's prograde. We don't want to prograde it. And then, so what we're going to do is we're going to schedule this to look... I mean, I suppose I could make this faster by doing that. About like that. We're going to have to... Why does that look so tight? What is that? I mean, that's good enough, I think. Maybe I should play with this a little bit more. Hold on. I like that a little bit better. I can play with it more and adjust it accordingly. Because we're only going to burn, as of right this second, if we follow this flight plan, I'm only going to burn 221 meters per second worth of fuel. And we have 1,713. If we can complete this entire maneuver in this rocket stage, that means we'll have this much fuel to transfer to this rocket. But now what we need to do is do a relatively risky maneuver. So we have an entire day before this maneuver is ready. So I have two choices. I can time warp and complete the maneuver, Why? Whoa, 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 whoa. Why is that so weird? My orbit, oh my goodness, this is not good. I screwed up the orbit. So, I messed up. I'm not entirely sure exactly how to fix it either. This is the orbital path of this rocket. This is the orbital path of this rocket. So you can see I screwed this up. And I'm not talented enough to fix it. So what happens if I do... I don't see a difference happening here. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. What about this one? No. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. No. 1, 2, 3. 1. Boy. I'm not sure how to fix that. Maybe we'll have to get into orbit and fix it then. Because I think the problem is we have to get into that flight path before we can fix it. I'm hoping that's the case anyway. I'm hoping. So what's this at? That's at, okay, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. So... Oh. Yeah, we're gonna save it under because that's what this entire operation is right now is I have a Discord. I just don't have it organized properly and everything like that. I do have one. I use it when I do play games with people. I just haven't really figured out how to organize it into something that was appropriate for a community. I had a different one a long time ago when I had a PC. I burned my PC. So what happened was I had a really nice PC for a while. So tracking station. I had a really nice PC, but it was the very first PC that I ever owned. And I did not know. So that's on the way there. I did not know that my PC was in Celsius. It didn't have a degree Celsius symbol. It just said 98. So my stupid self thought that 98 was 98 degrees Fahrenheit, which if my house was 78 degrees, 75 degrees, I knew it was running a little warm. But I didn't think I was cooking my damn CPU, which 98 degrees Celsius, I melted my CPU. So I no longer have a PC. For the last 4 years, I haven't had a console or a PC at all. So here, add maneuver. And it wasn't until 2025 that I actually got a PlayStation 5. And 80. And so the next major purchase I want to make is a PC. But I do need to organize the Discord. If you want my Discord, hold on a second. You know what I think I can do? if you guys want to add me on Discord, go Discord. Okay, now I gotta remember how to do this. Go me. How do I always end up forgetting this? Just 1 second, because I'm going to post. Is it here? No, it's not here. Is it this one? No, it's not this one. I always forget how to copy my Discord link. Add friends. Copy link. There it is. So now if I go here and here. Yeah, it was unfortunate. It was my very first PC though. And I didn't know how to take care of it properly. And looking back, I wish I could go back and do something different. So 1 day, 1 hour, and 20 minutes. So what was the other ship? What was the other one at? 1 day, 1 hour, and 20 minutes. So... I've learned a lot about what I should have been doing differently to take care of that PC, and it was unfortunate that it was a really nice laptop. So I couldn't. Everything was soldered together, and I couldn't find anyone that was willing to try and fix it, if it was even fixable in the first place. Because I know some laptops aren't fixable. But from what I was told, that that particular laptop, as good as it was not fixable. So this is in 5 hours and 37 minutes. And the other one was in 1 day. So let me just double check real quick, because I don't want to... Well, I guess it's more important to miss the other one than this one, because the other one I can just set up. Yeah, we'll go with the other one. But once I get a new PC, the things that I learned is A, I'm going to go with a desktop, not a laptop. B, I'm going to clean it once or twice a month, every 2 weeks or so. And I'm going to make sure that it stays nice and clean. And I'm also going to make sure that I fully understand what a Celsius is over a Fahrenheit and how vastly different those two things are. Makes a really big difference. A really big difference. So let's... No, I don't want to do that time warp. First of all, I need this, and I need this. And I can now time warp. But I'm 35 years old. I grew up on consoles, so I've never really had the... So wait a minute. Time out. Why is my orbit so screwed up when that looks like it's a perfectly 90-degree angle? Maybe it's like a couple of degrees off. Come on, hold on. Yeah, it is a couple of degrees off, I think. It might be at like a 92 or an 87. It's a little tiny bit off. But the things that I do want is I do want 2 monitors because I had a 2-monitor setup with the laptop. I had an HDMI port, so I set it up to where I could hook it up to a monitor and I would have the game on the monitor and all the chat and live stream and settings and all that good juju on the PC's built-in monitor. Nope. I've never done an encounter of any kind. This is a first, and it's out of necessity, which means it has to work. Right? It has to. So what we'll do is we'll stop. Well, all right, so just go like I really wish I had RCS unlocked. Some maneuvering thrusters. What's happening here? I have no control. I'm glad I saved it, because I have no control. Why don't I have control? Why don't I have control? Because the power ran out. I didn't put solar panels. I ran out of power. Yep, we are out. I forgot to do solar panels. Hold on. Can we... Let's see. Let's see, hold on. So that's 66. Hold on. This might be the one that I saved. I totally forgot to put solar panels on it. Oh, wait a minute. This is the original flight. I cheesed it by accident, guys. I thought this was the one I was in before we launched. I thought this was the save from before we launched. Only, man, I can't believe I did that. I thought I was doing so good with this rescue mission. I was like, heck yeah, oh man, this is going to be awesome. We're going to fly this out here. Now, the question I have is, I could deorbit this bad boy and make the necessary modifications to where that doesn't happen again. I could do that. But maybe we go to the moon anyway and recreate the situation, not on purpose. If we could get to the moon and back with the Delta V that we have, so I could conceivably... Hold on, let's take a look-see here. Because it's no fun to cheese it that bad. It's no fun to cheese it so bad. Let's, first of all, we'll do just because. Second of all, set as target. So... add maneuver. Maybe we go to the moon anyway, knowing that it's gonna go wrong. Because I could reload it. I could. Whoops, whoops, whoopsie. Too far, too far, too far, too far. Uh, 90 degrees, right? Whoops, whoopsie, whoopsie. Back one. Alright, so now we go up here. Focus view. Go down here. Remember this little arrow. And what happens if we go prograde? Nope, 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 not prograde. Bad prograde. That's bad too. That's a big distance, though. I'd really like to close that distance down. I think we're going to have to go prograde. Oh, look at that. I wouldn't mind just backing that off a little bit. That's a little bit better. What do you guys think? Oh, you're a genius. That's not a bad idea. So go here, go here. And I mean, I do have a pretty good orbit. It's only 7 meters off of being perfect. So let's go to the Space Center. Uh. So. Oh my goodness. I love this game. This game is amazing. Whoever built it deserves a freaking medal. A little bit of water. This is also your reminder, guys. If you guys are in the Northern Hemisphere, it is a hot summer this year. I know the UK's been boiling, and a lot of my foreign friends have been talking about how hot it's been. So, friendly reminder to make sure you guys are staying plenty hydrated. Make sure you eat the right foods so that your body can absorb all those delicious electrolytes. Alright, so here's the Mark III. So we need solar panels. Actually, I learned a lesson about these. And I also... Oh my goodness. Okay, now... Why is it red? Oh, that's why. Oh, don't do this to me now. Ah, you shit biscuit. Alright. There we go. Fixed it. Alright, now battery power. First things first, I want to open this because I can never remember how the doors open. Aha. Wait, maybe it wouldn't be so bad if I do this. Oh my goodness. And I don't know how to tell how much... Well, that looks stupid. How much solar you really need. Because it says... it doesn't really tell you how much it generates or anything. In Finland, it's been raining all summer. We've had a lot of rain here. I live in Michigan in the U.S. And it's been hot and rainy. Hold on, I always forget my conversions. So, yesterday, where I live... So where I live here in Michigan, it was 38.3 degrees Celsius yesterday with 95% humidity. It's been a hot and humid summer for us here. That should be enough solar. We shouldn't really need more than that. So... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, come on. How did I do this before? No, no. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, fine, we'll do it the hard way. There. She's beautiful! Alright, now let's fix the staging issue. We could just move all these to the same stage, and all those parachutes will activate at once. Per second per panel. So, how do you know how much you need? I bet you there's a menu somewhere for it, and I just don't know where it's at. Oh yeah, dude, it's been really hot this year. So, if you ever look on a map and you find Michigan, we're the one that looks like the palm of a hand. So if you take your right hand and you hold it up with your palm facing your eyes, that's exactly what it looks like where I live. Oh wait, what's this bad boy doing? You're not supposed to be there. Oh, you crotch goblin. I think you're supposed to be right here, then right here, right? I think that's how I had it. And then, because it's still bugging me, it's better. But typically here it stays cold. Like, we get really cold winters. Why is that, like, super weird? Hold on. That's really freaking me out here. That's better. But now they're uneven again. I gotta fix it. They're still not perfectly right, but that's fine. I'm not gonna keep messing with it. But yeah, so typically where I live, it stays pretty cool, but we have some hot summers sometimes, and this one's been pretty brutal so far. All right, I guess we're ready to try this. What's that engineer's report? Docking port attached wrong. That should be fine, because we're hoping to fix that in orbit. Electric charge required has not been but not generated. Electric charge stored but not generated. Empty crew cab. We know that's empty. Docking port not attached correctly. We can fix that in orbit because we're gonna mess with those anyway. What does it mean? Oh, I never put the solar panels back on. That's the problem. Okay. We'll do that right quick. There we go. Alright, now what's this next one say? Consumer receiving limited MP. What is MP? What is MP? Can you make it show what it's talking about? This vessel has a consumer RCS that... Oh! It's propellant. Alright, not a problem. Do we have any propellant? I don't think we have any actual propellant. I don't think we have propellant. Oh yeah, we do, right here. Hold on. What we're gonna do is, since I don't like that. Well, maybe... I don't want 4. I wanted 2. Jackass. Oh, you... Go through here. There, my goodness. Alright, these controls are so finicky. So if I take this monopropellant and I attach it to the inside here somewhere, will it work? Oh my goodness, stop! Thank you. Alright. Well, we fixed one problem that it was angry about. Oh my goodness, hold on. There we go. Oh, the... Oh my goodness, this is gonna really start to grind on my nerves. Alright. Save. Yeah, I figured it out. I was sitting there going, MP, what is MP? And then I read it. Alright, I think we're ready for the mock rescue mission. I think we're good. Is there anything else I'm possibly forgetting? I'm sure there will be. I'm sure. I mean, you know what? There. Now at least we'll get some kind of funding back for... What we can do is we can go up, make the modifications that we need, fill up the other tank of fuel, and then we can deorbit this. Jettison all the tanks. These should be recoverable, right? Since they have parachutes. So we should get funding back for the command module and the external fuel tanks. Let's just do it. All right. You know, she does look pretty, though. Come on, baby. I do have a whole new appreciation for Jem's piloting skills. Alright, now we stage the chutes. There we go. Alright. Okay, get that back down to 90. Come on. Come on. There we go. She is a heavy one. She's got a little bit of mass behind her, I'd say. Stop going to 91 degrees, you jackwagon. Alright. I'm just gonna give it some time to get closer to the apoapsis. The apoapsis. Oh. There we go. I like that view. So now, if I understand this correctly, what we need to do is keep the apoapsis where it's at. We don't want it above this. We want it below. And then we need to raise our periapsis to match it, but not go above it, so... So we'll drop this down to right around here. Try to zero that right out. "17 seconds. Oh no, I forgot to add the stage. I forgot to actually stage it. There we go. I was sitting there like, why isn't my thruster turning on? Turns out you actually have to stage it for it to turn on. Alright. It's okay. Not sure how to fix that though. No! Bless it. Bless it. Bless it all that. Alright. We need to switch back to this one now. Alright. Sorry about that, I had to blow my nose. Alright, I can breathe a little bit better now. So, now we need to set as target. Not sure how to read any of this. What are you? Huh. Alright, so I think if I'm reading this right, I need to do a retro burn here and a prograde burn here to even this orbit out. Alright, not a problem. I think we can do that. Maybe. Alright, so we're gonna flip around to retrograde. I'm pretty, like, 90% sure I'm in retrograde right now. It would also help if I could see my numbers. Okay, so we have 59 seconds until we hit the periapsis. We'll burn the periapsis a little bit in retrograde to drop this down tiny little bit. Because we need this to be inside this. So what that number is. So the periapsis, the apoapsis is 246. And we need it to be lower than this. Right. Like that. And then we time warp. And then we need to switch to prograde. That should be retrograde. That should be prograde. Come on. I'm pushing the buttons, guys. It's just, she's a big, meaty girl, so... Come on. No, go the other way, please. Maybe I should have started doing this a little sooner. All right. I'm not sure how to do this. You want to be on a low orbit. Incline to 0. Be very close to the other vessel and start dropping your speed compared to the other vessel. All right. You said lower orbit, right? You can change the reading on the orbital ball or target speed. Where's target speed? Oh. All right, hold on. First things first. No. Target position. I don't see target speed. What if it's one of these? Alright, so targeting info. So we need these to be smaller, I think. I think that's the thing. That's making them bigger, though. This. I may have to YouTube this because so I'm going faster than the target. That's a good thing, right? But now the target's going faster than me. Oh, yeah. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to this real quick. So we're going to go prograde. All right, so see, this is so much easier to be able to find pro and retro. I really, really never really appreciated Jeb. All right, so all right, so now so is the target speed our relative speed then? Oh shit. I forgot to let the pilot. Ugh. All right, so all right. So let's wait for that purple target. Oh yeah, this is gonna take a lot of practice. All right, let's turn this down now, because we're getting closer. So, how do I find out my relative distance? Um, all right. So, um, what's this? So, should I do a retro burn here? Yeah, I didn't realize that I didn't have the other vessel as my target. So should I slow the other vessel down? I'm so confused. Rocket science is hard. So... Um, so should I speed up? At least they shouldn't run out of power. What is happening here? Or should I do a retro burn? Oh my goodness, I'm so confused as to what I should be doing. I'm gonna have to put a lot of time into this. Which I'm cool with. I am more than cool with time. Hey guys, if you're dropping in for the first time, thank you so much. Because I gotta figure out how to fix this distance. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some practice, guys, because this is way beyond my know-how. But I do know enough to know that these numbers are way too high, and the orbits don't match. Oh, so but now it's going back up. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Holy crap, we messed up these orbits. Oh. I am going to have to end the stream here really soon, though, because I got to go pick the wife up from work. Alright, so target speed 0. Got it. Huh. I will practice, I promise. Bye. But we will leave it right here. We're going to save it. Um, uh, what should we name it? We're going to name it Not Likely. And we're going to save it. I do appreciate you guys jumping in and helping out, man. So effing much. It's everything that I thought was hard up to this point has been easy. So I'm going to practice. And I'll be back live next weekend. I'm going to shoot for Saturday. But if you guys hit the subscribe button, I will put out a post, and when I know for sure. And if you're interested in jumping in adding me on Discord, jumping in the Discord, feel free to. If it's something that a lot of people or enough people are interested in, I will reorganize the Discord to be more community friendly. But I just haven't had the interest in it, so it hasn't been on the top of my priority list. So, man, that interaction distance is so close. At least I'd like to think it is. See, this game gets me because I don't want to stop. I need to stop, but I don't want to stop. We're so close. So far, but so close. But, yeah, I gotta go pick the wife up from work, and she'll be pretty mad at me if I'm late because I played video games. So, thank you guys all so much. Don't forget, if you haven't already, to hit that thumbs up button. It helps out more than you'll ever imagine. And it's completely anonymous. Unless you leave a comment, I can't see who hits the thumbs up button. So you know, I hope you guys had a little bit of a good time. I'll see you guys in about a week. So till then, I hope to see you on the next one. And bye-bye.